Level 3. Congratulations, folks, you made it to level 3. So this one's going to start out a little bit differently. We're actually going to do the snake killer into, I'm just going to call it a recoil crack because I'm not quite sure what it's called. But we do the snake killer. The momentum is going to take the whip back this way. So we're going to go ahead and shoot our arm up in the air, and it should crack all on its own straight up in the air. So the 2 crack patterns should look like this. The top one's kind of subtle. So that's the first 2 cracks. So once we get done with that, we're going to go into the cow and the calf, and then this time we're going to do a fast figure 8. So those 6 cracks together should look like this. Now, as you can see, we're back to level 2, where it wants to do a Tasman flick and an overhead. So we're going to give it what it wants and go ahead and do that. Then I guess, again, back to level 2, we're going this way for those last 2 cracks. Only this time we're not going to do those last 2 cracks. We're actually going to do a new move called the butterfly, which is a 6 crack pattern where the whip cracks 3 times going this way and 3 times going that way. I myself like to imagine that I have a little axe and I'm chopping down 3 imaginary trees on either side of me. And it should look like this. I'll try and go slow. So there's those first 3 cracks. Pretty tricky, but you guys can get it. And now for the last 3 cracks, these I think are actually trickier than the first 3 because you're going this way and you got to cut 3 imaginary trees going that way. So I'm going to go ahead and start over from the butterfly. First 3 cracks into the last 3. I don't know if you guys can quite see that last one. So for this crack, you really got to move your body. Don't be afraid to do all kinds of stepping around and twisting around because you're going to have to if you want to get all these cracks in. The important thing for this crack is the timing. You really got to time these cracks out perfectly to get them all really, really nice and loud. So all together should look like this so far. So I'm going to go ahead and list off the next couple cracks. We got the reverse overhead, the Tasman flick, and a fast figure 8. So it should all look like this put together. Well, this time I'm starting at the top of my head and ending on the side with that fast figure 8. So that'll give me the opportunity to swing into a elbow toss. So now, with the momentum, we're going to do a fast figure 8 and a body wrap that we actually spin into. So while the whip is wrapping up, we're going to spin into it and put our arms out, and then the crowd's going to go wild. So all the cracks after the butterfly should look like this.